What's going on, everyone? It's the Crazy Review Man 22 here, and welcome back to another movie review. So, today I'm going to be reviewing one of my all time favorite horror films. This film was directed by Peter Jackson, who's well known for doing King Kong and The Lord of the Rings. But he also had his start in horror with films like Dead Alive and Bad Taste. But I'm going to be reviewing his 1996 horror film, and that's The Frighteners. Now, this stars Michael J. Fox. We have Chi McBride, Jake Busey, Jeffrey Combs, um, John Aston, and this is a pretty interesting film. So Michael J. Fox's character is like this paranormal investigator who kind of can see ghosts, and he kind of uses that to his advantage to con people out of their money. And he starts to get his past starts to catch up with him due to him and his wife being in a very terrible accident, and she ends up dying. And it's a lot of times it's led to believe that he actually killed his wife. But one day he meets a woman who's having some paranormal things going on, and as he's helping the lady and her husband, he starts to notice a number on the husband's forehead, and is not 100% sure why that's happening. But it's not until the next day he actually meets the ghost of the husband, and basically tells him that he doesn't understand why he died. He's been fit and everything, he just doesn't understand. And you know pretty much persuades Michael J. Fox's character to look into what is actually going on. But throughout the film, it does lead up to a lot of victims having these numbers on their forehead, which ends up leading to Michael J. Fox's character and of course, the wife of the wife of the guy who had passed away. He had worked with, and this leads them to meeting a woman who was in a relationship with a mass killer who ended up murdering numerous people in this massacre back in like the 50s or 60s. I think it was like the 60s, and became something that was like huge and had really big in the news. But it eventually leads to basically Jake Busey's character coming back and taking these people as his victims. I don't want to give too much away, but it's very, very interesting. It's very creepy. Hell, they could do a prequel on this movie with just Jake Busey's character and that whole story. That's how frightening, no pun intended, how frightening it is. I think everybody's performance is great. There's a lot of great scenes in here that just make you laugh. There's also scenes that are just like really, really creepy. There's a small little cameo that I think you guys will like. I'm not going to give it away. Um, and it's just all in all a really, really good movie. This was pretty much right when Michael J. Fox had been diagnosed with Parkinson's. Um, I think not too long after this movie, he was eventually diagnosed. He went on to do Spin City, but it was during that time I think he was going to eventually leave, because I think after this and before that he was diagnosed, but I don't think he had any. He might have had small symptoms. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the score to this is just. If I could do a list of my favorite movie scores, this would definitely be on it. And the reason why it's so great is because uh, the music is done by none other than Danny Elfman. That's right, Danny Elfman. The man who has produced a lot of music for Tim Burton's movies. He does this as well, and he's also done Clive Barker's Nightbreed as well. So he has a wide variety of different movies, not just all of Tim Burton's movies. But yeah, The Frighteners is a fun it's a fun horror film. It's a creepy and disturbing horror film. I mean, there's just a whole lot to this movie. And I know they announced a 4K, I believe, um, or it's going to be announced. I don't know. I've been so under the radar with a lot of films. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's just a typical, 15th anniversary release. We haven't had one since. So I don't know what's going on or why we haven't had an update on this. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's worth checking out. I wish I could say more. There are a few features. We get some commentary. Uh, we get a full length documentary, which is pretty cool. So definitely worth picking up and checking out. That's The Frighteners. So thank you guys for tuning in to this movie review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this movie if you've seen it. We'd love to hear your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. Until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.